Okay, so let me start off by saying I'm really super sick, and my nose is gonna be sniffling the whole time, and my voice sounds all nasally. Just thought I'd let you know. Also, I won't spoil anything for you for the movie if you want to see it. I'll give you a warning when I'm about to spoil something. There'll be a little time code that'll pop up, and you can skip right past it. I got you covered. Love ya. Enjoy the video. Welcome, everybody, to a segment we're gonna call Is It Good? This microphone, it's not plugged into anything. Anyway, welcome to Is It Good? A show where I'm gonna look at a movie and I'm gonna say, is it good? This week we're looking. It's not a weekly thing. It's when I feel like it. But this week we're looking at John Krasinski's A Quiet Place. Now let me start this real quick and easy. Is it good? Some tell me I'm too critical when it comes to movies, but listen, if a movie's getting insane praise and I don't think it deserves it, I'm calling that bitch out. Now when it comes to this new horror film that everybody loves, A Quiet Place, I'm somewhere in the middle. I think it does some good things, and I think it does some bad things. First of all, I think the concept, super cool. Be quiet or the monsters get you. It's cool. But with this movie, I feel like they take it both too far and not far enough, which is why I'm kind of indifferent about it. There's stuff in it that's done really well, and I like, but then there's stuff that's really stupid, and we don't get an explanation. It's like, it just happens, and that's it. Now, I really like my boy John Krasinski here, don't get me wrong, but I feel like with a different director, it could have been a lot better than it is. I think he's doing a fine job acting throughout the entire movie, for the most part. Sometimes I found it hard to take him seriously, especially when he does that every 5 minutes in the movie. It's kind of funny. But overall, there's really nothing special about his direction. Emily Blunt, his wife in the movie and in real life, which is like a big talking point for the movie, I guess. She does pretty good throughout the entire movie. I like her. She does a good job. Now my acting quarrels, I suppose, come in with the kids, especially when they have to show emotion and, act. Okay, from here on, there's spoilers, so this is your warning. Skip to the time on screen if you don't want to hear them, and you can just hear the rest of me not spoiling the movie. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Let me get specific. My favorite scene in the movie is when Emily Blunt steps on a nail and it goes through her foot, and then she has a baby. It's nuts. By far the most tense scene, and probably well done in my opinion, in the entire movie. Like, seriously, I thought it was super tense. I was totally into it. Hands down favorite scene. Also, I was really digging the sign language throughout the entire movie. If the entire movie was sign language, I wouldn't have been upset. I still would have been into it. Now let me tell you a thing or two about stupid decision making. Because this movie, it hands it out like dollar bills at a strip club. I don't know if that was the best comparison I could have used. Very first scene in the movie. This little kid, he wants a rocket ship toy, but Daddy Krasinski says it's a no-no because it's too loud. So then his other kid, this other kid's sister, she's like, nah dog, I got you, Dad's tripping. Take this toy. Like, why? Did you think your dad was just being an asshole, and you were just trying to be nice to your brother? Like, your dad is out here trying to save you, he's protecting you. Like, did you forget that if you make a noise, you die? And it even says it right before this happens, that they're almost 100 days into the end of the world at this point. You should understand by now. And there's another scene during what I suppose is the climax of the movie, technically, where John Krasinski's character goes and finds these kids, his kids, to be more specific. And when he does, there happens to be one of these monsters nearby. So he tells the kids to go, be quiet, hide under that truck or whatever. And instead of following his children and his own orders, he picks up this axe and he, gets ready to fight the monster. Like, his character does a full 360. And then the worst part is, when he gets knocked down by this monster, because he can't fight it, like, there's no way, his son starts screaming, which draws the attention of the monster over to his son and his daughter. So technically, he literally just put his kids in danger, for no reason whatsoever. And then he sacrifices himself to save his children. He just starts yelling. So what I'm saying is, if he took his own advice and hid like he did during the rest of the movie, he wouldn't have put his children in danger, and he wouldn't have died. It's that easy. There's scenes where there's a monster nearby, and he literally just hides and doesn't say a word, and it leaves. Why now do you decide to get brave and pick up an axe? It doesn't make sense. And about the character of his daughter,
She gets mad because her dad tries to protect her, which doesn't really make sense. She's told to stay at their base, their camp, their home, whatever, while he, John Krasinski, and his son go and get food and water, and she gets mad about that and goes off by herself without telling anyone and leaves her pregnant mother on this farm by herself to do laundry. Like, does she not understand the stake of the world that she's in? Like, if I was in that situation, I would be afraid to move, let alone go off by myself. I suppose you could say she's braver than me, which is probably 100% true, but it just seems stupid to me. Now, the ending of the movie, I kind of have mixed feelings about. They kind of find the creature's weakness is working together. Am I right? I was a big fan of the creatures for years. How the mighty have fallen. Anyway, they find the monsters, we'll say, weakness, but it's not really explained. They don't like high-frequency noises, which is what I got out of it. I could be completely wrong. So they play this high-frequency noise, and it screws up the monster, and then Emily Blunt shoots it in the head, and then the shotgun blast attracts all these other monsters, and they look at their cameras and see them all running at the house, and then Emily Blunt cocks the shotgun and the movie ends. If more than one shows up, she has no chance. And there's like 3 rushing towards her, it shows on the camera. I don't even know how I want it to end. It's like they gave me too much, but not enough at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they could have made the ending a little more vague or mysterious, I guess. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, overall, I did not hate this movie. Don't get that idea. I just didn't enjoy it as much as everyone's giving it credit for. I've only seen it once, so there could have been some stuff I didn't pick up on. And I'd like to see it again to completely form my opinion, but as of right now, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Now that could 100% change the next time I see it. I could love it 10 times more. I could hate it 10 times more. I think it had a lot of good aspects, and I think it had a lot of bad aspects. And I think overall it could have been a lot better with someone else directing. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you liked this. Feel free to recommend some movies too, because then maybe I can do some older ones and I don't have to just do new ones. I think it'd be kind of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed, and maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. I'm not worried about it. Everyone is subject to their own opinions. If you love this movie, good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed it more than I did. Anyway, feel free to check out some older videos. My Blu-ray collection just got uploaded, part 2. Follow me on Twitter, like my Instagram and my Facebook, and I'll see ya. Bye.